Mic 4.
Mic 3.
Mic 2.
That's the best clap I ever did.
I did an awful clap just then.
Usually my claps are like...
No, can't do it. I suck. Dude, nobody wants the clap.
Yeah, don't get the clap, kids.
Don't get the clap.
Hey, welcome to this
I don't even know what
PSA
that
of
is.
Vaguely Anime podcast, brought to you
Like, I know
by
it's an STD,
the PSA people, apparently. I am Michael, one of the hosts of this evening.
You sure are.
I keep saying evening, but honestly, people, this goes out at noon, and I really should stop saying this evening.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess because for
Just
you
say
it's
this
evening.
episode.
This episode, yeah.
For you.
Anyway,
For us.
For us.
We're all
Only
in the
me.
same
It's
time.
only
No,
me.
we're in a different timeline here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
Anyway, I'm joined by Sage
Yeah, that's me.
and Kieran. And
And Kieran's gonna tell me about the very saucy book. What'd you say it was
about
called?
the
Little
very
Secrets?
saucy book. Kieran's about to
It's
read us
called,
autoerotic fan fiction.
It's
Yeah.
called Dirty Little Secrets.
Wait, that's really what it's titled?
I'm almost positive.
That's such a
I
bad title.
I bought it last year from a goth boutique. And
Something about that fits really well, actually.
Yeah. Actually, I bought that and another book
All
called
American Rejects just comes up.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't remember exactly what it's called. I want to say it was called Dirty Little Secrets. Like that
Do you
sounds
know who
correct
if
to
I
me.
say the author,
No.
would you know it?
No.
wait, what's the guy's name?
Would you know the
though?
cover?
From,
Yeah.
From Waco. Oopsies.
The guy's name? Oh, I have no idea. I read that book a year ago and it was fine. It was no. Not at all.
So anyway, we have the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
it
I
was
read
called
you the-
Deadly Little Secrets.
Can I read you the tagline, though?
Go ahead.
The minister, his mistress, and a heartless Texas murder.
Yep.
Nice.
Happened in well, I don't want to say it was in Waco. It was around Waco.
Ah, I see.
I want
A
to
lot
say
of
it
murder
was
around Waco.
I want to say it was in the Temple Belton area.
Man, fuck Temple.
Yeah.
It always sucks driving through Temple.
Did he go to Baylor?
The
A
guy?
man of God,
Yeah.
driven by the devil. Me
Like
fucking
on
too,
God,
bro.
I think he went to Baylor
This guy?
because it was for like because it was for like ministry stuff, and because technically Baylor's a Southern Baptist college.
Sure is. I'm trying to find out about the guy.
The guy, I don't know. This guy seems like he's
He's a whore.
a whore.
No, he really is. Like the whole, you get a backstory into like his life,
It's him just hoeing?
and the dude has serious
him
problems.
just
They
hoeing.
covered up him like sexually assaulting a woman
Yeah,
in
well,
college.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did that like 4 or 5 times, and then
4 or 5 times?
and then he ended up working at
If
a
he did go to
Baptist-
Baylor, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I
right.
should probably cut that out.
Nah, leave it. Fuck Baylor and Greg Abbott. Fuck you, Greg Abbott. But yeah, he ended up like I want to say it was like community outreach for a Baptist like church, and he ended up like sexually assaulting another person there, and they just covered it up again. They just continually covered up because they were like, he's a holy man. I was like, no. At some point, you have to be like, no, and usually it would be after the first time.
Yeah, it was like John Wayne Gacy, where he was like super.
Before the first time,
He's
even.
like
Yeah.
high
You should
up
just
in
never
the
cover it
like.
up.
He was like high up in the church. He wasn't like a priest or anything, but like, you know, like the people that do like the functions for
Yeah.
the church.
Well, I know John Wayne Gacy also was like a wasn't he like running for mayor or something? He was running for a political office.
Yeah,
he
he
was
was-
really well
He
liked.
was
for
running for
mayor.
political office, and he also like they had this thing called like I think they called it JC, which is like
Jesus Christ.
no, it's like a program that they have for like young boys to like learn how to do things essentially.
Yeah.
Like Boy Scouts, but not.
Yeah.
So he was trying to become like the president of the JC for like their region. And at that time where he was like trying to become that, he was accused of assaulting like a 14-year-old boy. And the boy was like, excuse me, what are you doing, my guy? And so, like, he told his parents and all this stuff. And John Wayne Gacy was like, I would never do that. The only reason why they're saying this is because they want to win the presidency. And not, oh, that's pictures of him?
Yeah.
Let me see.
There he be.
There he be.
We're not going to show him.
I don't even know if you could find him. He doesn't even have his
No,
Wikipedia.
he's not. It wasn't really like, I know that
it wasn't like a
I think
big
that
case.
the Texas Rangers got involved. But I think that was only because a Texas Ranger was in the area. Like he lived relatively close by, and she kept reaching out. Like,
what are the Texas Rangers? Are they just like are they like state troopers?
No,
They're higher than state troopers.
They're essentially their own branch, as far as I can remember. No one actually teaches about the.
Are they
the
like
Texas
sheriffs
Rangers.
where they don't have like
I was gonna say like SWAT, but not SWAT.
as like much jurisdiction lines, if that makes sense?
I
Look it up. See if you.
I
find
know
anything.
that the Texas Rangers, their jurisdiction is Texas.
Right.
It's just Texas, the state of Texas.
The state of
So
Texas.
I guess you could say it's kind of similar to state trooper, but not. I really could not tell you. No one ever teaches you anything about state
You'd
troopers
think they
or
would
Texas
because I feel like
Rangers.
they're like the only ones that have that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Texas, you mean?
Yeah, and Texas has an entire year about their own history. You'd think that they talk about fucking Texas Rangers somewhere in there.
What?
Don't you guys
Texas
teach
school?
Texas history?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no other state that I
No,
know
I mean,
does that.
It's Texas history, but it's like, it's because a lot of the, the Mexican-American War.
Yeah, but we just talk
happened
about
in
that in
Texas.
American history.
Yeah, well, when you live near major, points of
I guess that's fair.
stuff,
But like they have an entire year dedicated to Texas history.
no,
That's what?
no, it's not a whole year.
I
You take one class.
I was told that you had a grade.
No,
That was like
No.
11th grade or whatever was Texas history.
no,
What?
no.
That's what I was told.
It's
How
not.
would you even have that
It's
much?
a singular semester.
No, I was told it was
It's
a year.
one.
That's still kind
So
of
then
a
what's
long
the
time.
other semester?
Some other form of history.
Like what history are you squishing into one semester then?
I mean,
Alaska.
Yeah.
It could
Texas
have, it
learns
also
about
could have
Texas
been
history
like,
and Alaska
it
history.
could have
Yeah.
also been like an earth science class.
What?
I mean, you just cover Texas history because they want you to know
About Texas?
all the weird shit that happens in
Why
Texas.
don't we get like New York history?
Because what the fuck happened in New York? Barely anything happened in Texas. They're just full of themselves.
I guess that's fair. Also in New
a
York,
lot of battles happened in Texas
I feel like stuff only happens
and a lot of crime.
like so. I
Texas
feel-
Rangers, their name in Spanish means Texan Devils.
Yes.
Texan Devils.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of like that. But I feel like in New York, like what happened here? Basically nothing. People
We
just
had
moved
we
to
had the
city.
capital for
A lot of
short amount
mafia.
time.
A lot of mafia, but that
We
was
had
all
the capital.
Everything's like in the city essentially.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
yeah,
you
what
have
the fuck else happened?
and then you
Yeah,
have
that's
up-
because there's nothing else in New York.
and then you have upstate New York where 5 people live and people just get murdered and their police departments are so
we
small.
might
that
have
they're
had we
like,
might have had
That's
the
what happened in this book.
I believe it.
we might have had the first at least cross-dressing governor.
Wow.
Good for us.
There's like some like in the hall of like portraits of all the governors or whatever. There's one person like from like the early 1900s or something that or 1800s, I don't remember exactly. They're like in a dress and like makeup and everything.
We had a lot of brothels still.
It wasn't. I remember being told that there was like a rule, like maybe not now, but like till somewhat recently in Texan history that like the reason why women couldn't have like sorority houses was because X amount of women in
It
a
makes
thing
it a
was out.
brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
I
Is
don't
that
think
still
so.
a thing?
I don't think so.
I heard that for a while. I was
Wait,
like,
so you-
sororities couldn't have their own
The-
houses.
So you
The,
can't have like 20 women in one house.
The
Instantly a brothel.
in Texas, I think for a while the definition of a brothel included a like maximum amount of women. Like it wasn't in like I don't even think it's technically just that. Like obviously you can have a building with like 50 women in it and it's just called a business. But
Right.
but like it's not the only defining factor of a brothel. On
Right.
the other hand, it could be enforced like that. Because I mean, if you're a brothel, you're illegal anyway, so you're not gonna be claiming, you're not gonna be claiming taxes on that shit.
I guess that's fair.
They're like, hey, there's a lot of women in this one house. That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
And a little suspicious. Just a little suspicious.
I saw at least 3 women enter that house the other day, and it was suspicious.
And they were all scantily clad.
I saw their ankles.
Yeah.
How dare they?
True. Correct.
How dare they?
Don't they?
Yeah. Fun fact about this book.
Yeah.
My mom knew the mother of the victim.
Wow.
Yep. And she said that she remembers distinctly when it happened because they worked together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so she had to take a while off.
I could imagine.
Yeah, she was not working for a hot while.
I feel like you might want to take some time off after that.
I mean, it took investigators over a year.
To like figure out who it was.
Yeah, because I think they had claimed that she had killed herself.
Oh, like yeah, that's what the back of the book said.
Yeah.
That it was like claimed to be a suicide, but
Yeah.
it seemed very fishy.
Yeah, it was very fishy.
Right.
Like reading it, it was sketch.
One thing I find very like always ridiculous is like you hear about cases where it's like they found the victim and they were like stabbed 50 times.
Suicide.
I think they committed suicide.
No, I mean, this one, she consumed, or her body had like alcohol and sleep aids, I think, in it. And she wasn't prescribed sleep aids. And I mean, I think she was drinking, but long story short, he poisoned her. He
That's
poisoned her so that he could go and be with his mistress.
That's interesting. Men usually don't poison.
Which she, yeah, right?
That's very interesting.
It's usually women that
poison.
poison.
They usually call it like the woman's weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Would be poison.
They're like black widows or something like that.
Yeah, black widows
Yeah.
usually. Like what's her face? Stacy
Scarlett
something.
Johansson.
Castor.
No.
Is that her last name? I think.
I was thinking of the bitch that owned the farm.
The bitch that owned the farm.
I know there is one that she's very famous.
A bitch who owned the farm?
She had a farm that
She have a husband that wore
she
a glove
inherited
of
from
Vaseline.
Her dead husband, and she murdered
book
several
reference.
men and buried them on her farm.
Mm.
I cannot for the life of me remember her name because I'm bad with names.
It makes me think of
look
arsenic
it up.
and old lace.
Deadash is gonna Google bitch who owned a farm.
Bitch who owned a farm. And then she killed some people on it.
Yeah.
What is that? Look up antifreeze murder. And tell me what the woman's name is.
Those.
I think-
I'm
Those
sorry. I'm
murders?
just still looking up things about the Texas Rangers and why the fuck they exist.
Okay, I will look up
No, it's so weird.
antifreeze
Antifreeze what?
murder. Because I know this woman's name is Stacy and I can't remember her last name.
Isn't she the
Stacey
reason?
Castor.
Oh, I was right.
I was gonna
Isn't-
make a Stacy's mom joke, but then the answer came
Isn't
up
she the
faster.
reason why like they color antifreeze now?
I think
No,
so.
antifreeze was colored to begin with.
No.
They just make it not as tasty now.
Not as tasty.
I thought the whole thing was the color determines the year that it was made
that is true.
because antifreeze doesn't have a taste.
The color
Or a
changes
smell.
on a
Yeah.
like
No.
yearly or
Well-
bi-yearly basis or
I
something.
think it's bi-yearly.
What does it say? When was this case?
2009.
2009. Yeah.
Oh,
so
that was way before that.
exactly.
So they made antifreeze. Someone else had killed someone with antifreeze.
a lot of people kill people with antifreeze.
Yeah, and literally the whole reason was because it was odorless, tasteless, and colorless. Initially,
oh,
and then after they figured out that people were being poisoned with antifreeze, they started coloring it
right.
so that you could
But
determine.
people say it
what
has
year
like
it
a
was.
sweet smell.
I think that's put in.
Oh,
I think that's added. That's another thing where it's like, it had to be added in because people were getting murdered.
no, that's what I'm saying. Cause like, so she killed 2 of her husbands with antifreeze.
Yeah. That's why you never get married.
From what I see, it's pretty much always been a fluorescent green.
Has it?
From what I see.
Yeah,
Weird.
I always thought it was fluorescent green. That's what I've always seen it as.
It does
no,
change colors though. That
It
is
does
true.
change colors.
But
The one I have
doesn't-
Red,
currently
blue,
is
and green.
Doesn't it have like a nice taste, and that's why people were just like, "All right, down the hatch."
I don't know. I don't.
And they
I
didn't-
was never one of those like kids that huffed glue, so I never was one of those kids that fucking drank antifreeze.
Well, yeah, you'd
we
be
call
fucking
them
dead,
corpses.
But like,
Yeah, we call those
no,
kids corpses. They're dead.
I too have never tried antifreeze, but I'm just saying that's what they say about it. That it has like a nice fruity tooty taste.
So what was she killing people with it like in the same way that like those people that make their children sick kind of thing? We were talking about that before on the last.
Oh, like Munchausen's by proxy? No, she like her first husband. She killed over the course of a year and claimed that he had a heart attack, which can happen if you have antifreeze in your system. You can get a heart attack, especially if it's prolonged poisoning. Because she wanted life insurance and I think some kind of other payout she would have gotten.
By the way.
And then she killed her second husband. And right before he died, he had she changed his will so that everything would go to her instead of like his first son that he had with his first wife.
That's not suspicious.
No, not suspicious at all. And then she tried to poison her own daughter and wrote like a fake suicide note being like, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I killed my two dads. I know I was only 10 when the first one died, but that was me. I poisoned him with antifreeze. And I killed your second husband too. So sorry."
People really need to be better
And
criminals.
like this woman, although
Be smarter.
do
better.
Apparently, like the mom was on like the phone with one of her friends, and because this like fake suicide note was typed up on the family computer, right? They were trying to like make sure that they knew it was the mom who wrote this because the girl was at school at the time,
Right.
but they wanted something like really concrete. So like the mom is like on the phone with a friend, and then in the background of the phone you just hear her like typing on a computer. So she's on the phone with a friend with
Right.
with like you can hear her typing it out while she's talking about like fucking buying groceries.
Right.
It's ridiculous. But I was like, lady. And then some people, the mom was trying to be like, "No, I didn't do any of this. My daughter's trying to frame me, blah, blah, blah." And then her own mother was like, "I believe my daughter. I think my granddaughter did kill her own father at 10. I'm like, lady, you are fucking stupid. Like, I can't.
Found the serial killer I was thinking of with the farmhouse.
Oh, do tell.
And the whole reason I also want to point out is because she's also called the Black Widow serial killer. Belle Gunness.
Belle Gunness. Oh, I do remember her.
And she is apparently a Norwegian-American serial killer who was active in Illinois and Indiana between 1884 and 1908. Believed to have killed 14 people. However, could have been 40.
Yeah. If it was
And
like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
This bitch is apparently fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are like, this woman was rugged. Some guy was like, I watched her lift a 300-pound piano in her house. Yeah. And I was like, damn, this bitch swole.
She's
But
a big bitch.
she got married once and then killed her two children.
Okay.
Killed two children. I think they were his kids. I don't think they were her. Like,
Oh,
natural
okay.
kids.
Because she was like, I can't be having these illegitimate children.
Well, I think she killed all three of them. And
The kids and the husband.
the kids and the husband.
Family
Yeah.
annihilator
She
style.
okay.
Okay.
She just killed them.
All right.
And then she started putting out marriage ads in the newspaper.
Me too.
And people that answered them would just go missing.
Oh, they'd be like, "Sure, I'll come see ya."
Yeah, because it was like the 1880s and in the early 1900s.
I guess that's fair. And where was this? Illinois?
Indiana and Illinois.
Yeah, nobody was out there
So
at
there
that
were
time anyway.
there were like 40 something like disappearances.
Yeah, and if you're out on the farms, there's all sorts of accidents.
Oh, my favorite part is that she supposedly died in a fire, but her body was never found.
Ooh,
So
spooky.
it was like no one actually knows what happened to her.
She's still out on the farm.
Yeah,
I can't find.
she's still alive. She's still kicking.
Yeah.
I don't know any info really about the serial
Texas
killer that
Rangers?
was the one in No, the Texas Rangers are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
Their existence is very weird. I was reading up and it was like some of their training makes them on the same level as the FBI.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are
Yeah.
these people? Why do they
It's
exist?
like they're Texas's own like
Their own
They're technically the
their
agency.
own version
unless,
of feds.
Unless Texas is overblowing their own importance, which I wouldn't be surprised. They claim that the Texas Rangers are the longest standing like armed police force, basically.
I think that's true.
Who knows? That just sounds slightly.
Oh, it was
odd.
formed like a while.
It was
ago,
during
a
the-
very
during the
long
Wild
time.
West.
Yeah.
They
I was
formed-
gonna say the Wild West, but I was like, I sound really fucking stupid.
They
saying
formed
that.
Texas, and then they were like, "All right, we need our own police."
Well, it's because like Texas and like the Wild West was entirely criminal.
right,
like rad.
right.
Like a lot. That's why a lot of spaghetti westerns exist, is because those things actually kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whole towns would be like overrun by criminals. So it's like then the Texas Rangers were made to
It's like
investigate murders
like
and shit
Billy
like
the
that.
Kid times, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, the serial
not to
killer
be
that was
confused
like,
with Waco the Kid.
is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Never heard of that.
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Anyway.
No, I can't find any info on the serial killer that was like around our area without going into specifics, but that like actively like
Oh, yeah, you
a
mentioned
family
that-
member of mine.
You
This was like in like the like 80s or something or 60s. I don't really know. I don't really know. Like it's like my dad's like or like my dad's cousin or something. Like I don't really know that part of the family.
what? Wait. So, the serial killer was active only in this area?
I don't really know.
Oh, cause who was the guy who had
I know
like
where she. I know like I know what happened to her where they found her.
What happened to her?
I feel like it'd be rude to go on about what happened to her.
Because
Nah.
I don't know why, but
It was
the
a while
only
ago.
person who I could, I guess, think of, and I can't even remember his name, the guy who had like the kill kits and he lived in Alaska. And he would travel for work. So he would just go to like, he would come down to the lower 48 and, you know, get like rental cars or whatever to do work. And then whatever town he was staying in for, you know, that few weeks, he would like scope it out, find somebody to murder, you know, bury a kill kit, come back like 6 months later, kill them, and then dip again.
Yeah, I don't know.
That tracks.
I also
Huh?
That tracks. That makes sense for a serial killer.
Yeah, I also feel
Well,
like
'cause
they
he
never
was-
got the person that serial killer never got caught, but I don't really remember.
By the
Right.
way, I just want to mention the Waco Kid. That's a fucking joke from Blazing Saddles. I was really
Okay.
hoping you would get it.
I've not seen Blazing Saddles.
You haven't. I could have sworn we talked about it.
The only Mel Brooks movie I've seen is Young Frankenstein.
Gotcha.
I own all of them. I
we
just haven't
need
yet.
to watch Blazing Saddles.
Wait,
That
who's Mel
movie is
Brooks?
so good.
Mel Brooks.
What does he look like?
Also, I think it's Gene Wilder that
It-
plays him.
Oh, the Waco
Is
Kid.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks, what's that name?
It is Gene
Braveheart?
Wilder.
No, that's
Well, I don't know who Mel Brooks is.
that's Mel Gibson.
Oh, I was close. At least his name
He
is
also,
Mel.
he also played Jesus.
Mel Brooks is like one of the most famous comedian, like.
Okay, will you
comedian
show me what he
directors
looks
ever.
like? Goodness gracious.
I couldn't even tell you
Yeah,
what.
you're
No,
not
I
gonna know
still
what the
don't know
fuck
who
he
that
looks
is.
like. He is absurdly famous and well known, and
Blazing Saddles, fantastic movie.
yeah, he was like one of the originators of spoof movies.
Gotcha.
Like he was making spoof movies back in like when the fuck did Spaceballs come out?
Like the 80s?
Like 80s.
Yeah, something like that.
They
The 80s were the age of spoof movies.
because he when he was making Spaceballs, he asked
and
George Lucas if
and
he
slasher
could do
films.
it. And George Lucas was like, yeah, sure, you do whatever. But you can't make, I'm forgetting what the guy's name is, but like the Han Solo stand-in.
Right.
You can't make him look like Han Solo, so they made him look like Indiana Jones.
That's stupid too, because technically you don't need permission to do that. Obviously, it's polite,
I mean, yeah.
but I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah, but, Mel Brooks ain't a dick.
That's not even being a dick. That's just parody law.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is a nice guy.
It follows underneath copyright.
Hmm.
It's the whole reason why like Weird Al Yankovic technically doesn't have to ask.
Yeah, but like, if you're not, if you're nice, you can.
I mean, is that being nice? I mean,
Sure,
that's
who
just.
cares? I don't know.
It's just.
Spe-
I don't fucking know, dude.
They're like, hey, I'm making this, and then it's like whatever.
briefly on Weird Al, when I was a
Lone
kid,
Star, that's what
my
his name was.
dad used to blast Weird Al songs
Oh, whose dad didn't?
all the time
Your dad. I know your
to
dad.
Yeah,
the
I was like-
point
Your dad doesn't seem like a funny guy.
I was like, my dad's fucking hilarious.
He
but
would do-
not Weird Al.
only Weird Al blasted as loud as his computer could
She
go.
looks at me.
And then,
Now
or
look at her.
My Sharona, which I can never listen to again
Sharona.
because I'm traumatized by it.
Yeah.
But I was like, as a kid, it was like fucking My Sharona on repeat for like a year.
Amish Paradise is the only
Iconic.
version of that song that I can
That
ever
you
think
know?
of. Yeah. that and Writing Dirty. Those are the only like those songs are just eternally stuck in my head.
And the thing is like, it's so.
That was the original version of that song I heard.
What?
Was White and Nerdy.
Oh, White and Nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is like, the
Thank you.
songs
I was blanking super hard on what the actual name of that song was.
Yeah.
White and Nerdy. Yeah.
They're just so stupid, but it's so funny and so well done. I'm like, why did you put so much commitment into this shit post?
Speaking of Weird Al, he's apparently a guest on the Guar documentary. It's coming out in Shudder.
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious.
Okay.
And I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I remember there was a story that he told that he was like, the moment he knew that he was big was like when he was invited to a Hollywood party and Paul McCartney came up to him and complimented him on like a song he made or something and was like, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, holy shit. Like, fuck, dude, Paul McCartney's heard my songs.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you go to a party that has celebrities, let's be honest here.
Weird Al is 62. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's it. I gotta be honest. I thought he was gonna be older.
Really?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like he would have been older by now.
I guess if he like started in the 80s, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Starting in the 90s, really.
Oh no, I thought he started in the 80s. I guess you're right.
I think he had like small bits in the 80s, but I think the 90s was when he started getting
Like his heyday.
yeah.
Oh, here
It was the 90s and then the 2000s when it got fucking crazy.
Weird Al said he knew he made it as a famous musician when he went to a party, saw Paul McCartney, and before he could even introduce himself to the former Beatle, Paul McCartney said, "Hey, it's Weird Al." And I
I'm
was like,
sorry,
yeah.
but like he probably should have known that when he got invited to a party that had Paul McCartney.
That's also true.
I-
But maybe he didn't know Paul
I was-
McCartney was going to be there.
No, but even still, like, that doesn't mean that they would know who he is. You
I
could
mean-
you could be a famous musician and not know other musicians.
Yeah,
That's
you could be
not,
like Mariah
that's
Carey
not
and just
the
be
point.
like, I don't know her.
The point is he got invited to the same party as Paul McCartney.
Right, but why would that mean that Paul McCartney would know who that is? Other famous people can
No.
be invited to
No,
parties.
Kieran is saying he should have known.
He should have known he got
made
big
it
when he was
just
invited
based
to the
off
same
being
party
invited.
Oh,
as
okay.
Paul McCartney.
I thought you were trying to say that
He
Paul
should have
McCartney would
walked
know
in
who
there.
that was.
He should have walked in there, seen Paul McCartney. He's like, oh shit, I'm famous.
Okay. I thought you were trying to say that Paul McCartney would just know who
No.
he was because he was
Who
invited
gives a
to the
fuck
party.
about Paul McCartney's opinion?
Weird Al has 14 studio albums. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Love Weird Al.
Not all of them bangers.
Debuted his first comedy song in 1976.
Fucking hell.
Love Weird
Sold
Al.
more than 12 million albums. Jesus Christ. More than any other comedy act in history.
Yeah, well, most of them suck.
Most of them suck.
Tenacious D. Good.
He won 5 Grammy Awards
I can't think of any others.
and 16
Ninja Sex Party.
nominations. Goodness gracious.
No, not good. Not a fan.
Yeah, well, it's because they're not metal.
I like Weird Al. What does that matter?
Who's not metal?
I don't know.
Ninja Sex Party.
I don't know who that is.
Is it? It's like what's Dan?
Dan Avidan.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Is
that
it both of them?
No, it's
No, it's just Dan.
not. It's not Aaron.
Yeah.
Starbomb is Aaron. Ninja
don't-
Sex Party is a band.
Well, I'm going to look them up.
It's a comedy band that just sings about how much they totally get laid, but definitely don't get laid.
I see. Ninja Sex Party, you said?
Yeah. They have
Do they dress like ninjas?
no. One of them does. The other is in a blue spandex suit with the cross of David, the Star of David on his chest because he's Jewish.
I see.
It's just not my vibe. I don't like it. I think it's very funny
They got some good ones.
or interesting.
Yeah, but I was trying to think. We were talking about something else earlier.
410
Murder.
Yeah, we were. Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about
Jeffrey Dahmer. I agree.
Love After World Domination,
Ah,
because you and me at least have been watching it, and Sage watched.
I
An episode.
love that show. Yeah, I'm finished with it.
Oh, is it done?
I think it's only 12 episodes.
I know. I didn't think the 12 episodes came out yet.
I think it is.
Oh.
So, is that what we were just watching?
Let me see.
Yeah, that was the show that we
Yeah.
were just watching.
I hate her dub voice. I
Who?
really do.
Who?
I think it's cute.
Desu.
Oh, the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't like dubs.
I honestly just don't think it fits very well.
Kieran
either.
did give a one compliment to this dub,
Oh.
which was some random snake character.
Yeah.
Made snake noises.
She talks she talks like a millennial. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty accurate.
What does
for-
that mean?
Like,
Like,
She said
uses-
fam. She
like,
deadass
uses-
said
fam,
fam.
we
Like,
like
uses,
YOLO,
like,
shit
slang?
like that.
Yeah, she uses slang, and I was like, "That's pretty funny." It's like
Oh,
that's
okay.
exactly the way it sounded when it was. Oh no, I was wrong. There's 11 episodes.
Ah, you
Okay,
liar.
yeah. So you're not finished,
No,
you liar.
Liars.
But it's so good. I'm on episode 8 right now. And it's just adorable.
with the drama.
It's adorable.
The T.
There's drama in this one. In
I watched
episode
one
8.
episode. It was episode 7.
Yeah.
You should watch it. It's good.
I don't know.
That and Tomodachi Game.
Something about the like visual style is a little off-putting for me.
I think it's adorable.
It's fair.
Like-
The faces that they make, like those simple faces when they're like, I'm all about it.
It's just like the overall look of the show is like a little ugly. So I'm not like super here for it. I think
I
it's
disagree.
funny.
It's true. Episode 7. Did you see Green Gelato's feet when he was on the bed? He had 4 toes, and his foot was just a straight rectangle.
I do think it is very funny
He
though.
also
I
had a
thi-
square ass.
It's a very.
oh my god, that was the
it's
squarest ass I ever saw.
It's
Jesus
not
Christ.
the most visually like complex.
No.
Yeah, but it's not.
Or-
It's not trying to be
No.
fair.
No.
But the square ass really sent
I
me
mean,
to the
you
moon.
could tell. You should be able to tell because it's a Power Rangers ripoff.
Parody.
But they're all named after, or they're all like flavored after gelato.
No, I think they're just red gelato. I don't
No,
think
it's
they're a
gelato.
flavor.
No, he's strawberry.
It's strawberry. It's
Oh, okay,
strawberry.
so he is
yeah,
like a.
Yeah,
It's-
strawberry
sorry,
soda.
You don't know because it's the very first episode.
Oh, where they tell you?
But
Yeah.
it's like deadass. It's like gelato. It's like strawberry. The flavor of justice. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
it's strawberry. Who's red? Blue is soda.
Blue is soda.
Yellow is
Banana?
It's
no.
not banana.
Piss?
It's, yeah, it's piss.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon. Purple or pink is
Peach.
peach.
Okay.
And then green is
is-
pistachio.
I thought it was melon.
It's pistachio.
Is it pistachio?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because he has like when he summons his gauntlets, they're like with pistachio nuts
Oh.
on them.
That's really funny. I like that.
That is funny.
Yeah, and
Wait, are their weapons like themed to their flavor?
so
No.
the peach
Oh.
girl has basically the peach emoji, so it looks like an ass, but it's a bow and arrow.
Wait, how does that make
Oh,
sense?
actually, yeah, they only show up once though.
The girl's lemon is a hammer.
Okay.
Deadass later episodes, they all just have gun swords.
Yeah, and then
Gun swords?
Yeah, gun swords.
And then
Show me the gun swords.
The soda guy has like he uses soda to like use electric swords.
How does that even?
And I don't even remember what Red's is. Is it just?
He's just hand-to-hand
he
combat.
Just did hand-to-hand combat.
He's the guy with the blue hair.
He's the
main guy,
Yeah.
the one dating the girl.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
he's the bodybuilder.
Yeah, he's like fucking
Although not very big.
beefed.
Yeah,
But
he's a
lean.
tone bodybuilder.
He's
Yeah.
lean.
Well, that
He's just built. He's not.
I don't know. I always consider
He's-
bodybuilding
He's like Justin.
you know like
Not big.
He's
but,
like Justin.
not big,
Yeah.
but you know,
nobody
But
knows who
man
that is,
body
but-
builds.
fit.
No, he's been on.
Has he?
Yeah. Love Justin.
When?
Nicest man ever.
Yeah. When was Justin on?
Like
A year ago.
episode 5 or
LOL.
7
Yeah,
or
I guess
something.
that's fair.
But he was on.
when we were still at college.
Hey, Austin really wants to be on an anime club.
He sure does, but he also doesn't exist.
What does that mean?
They've never seen him.
I can't get a picture.
But no, yeah. Our friend Austin wants to be on. We just have not figured out the time to get it on.
No,
Yeah, no.
Deadass Love After World Domination. Fantastic show.
Wait, you didn't show me
I'm
their,
looking.
their
I'm
sword guns.
figuring it out.
You can't.
Gun swords.
The weapons play such a minor role
Oh. Because it's just like...
because you
is it
don't even really
essentially-
see the rest
Is
of
it
the
essentially
Gelato
just
5.
like a slice of life, but with like Power Rangers parody
Yeah.
in it?
Essentially, it's rom-com.
It's just a rom-com.
Gotcha. Also, I don't like the villain. Like, what's the girl's name? Desumi.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Reaper
don't.
Princess.
I don't like her like villain outfit, and not because it's
That?
complete. Not because it's completely ridiculous. I just don't
Oh.
like that like skull face mask.
Yeah.
I,
It's
I
like
think
a
it's kinda
rabbit
cute.
skull.
it's. I don't know. It doesn't like fit the vibe of everything else.
They absolutely
not?
just have gun swords.
Does
Also,
it
it
not?
absolutely fits the vibe of the other things because
Yeah.
all of them have skull
Right?
helmets.
They all have gun swords.
Yeah.
Like the first episode, we
But
see
all
the
of
different
Gecko
weapons.
has, all of
but
Gecko
the
has
rest of
skull
them,
helmets.
the rest of the time, it's just gun swords. It's like, what the fuck? What happened to these other weapons?
That's the only picture I could find with them with the gun swords.
Wait, so it's like a gun with a knife
Yeah.
attached
Yeah.
to it?
It's a gun. It's just a gun.
it's
just
like a revolver,
bayonet.
but with a
really small
yeah.
one though.
Yeah.
To be fair, those do exist in real
In
life.
the
They're just bad.
in the anime, I know that later it doesn't look like a revolver. It looks more like a Power Rangers blaster.
Like
Yeah.
like that was her bathing suit. It still has the skull because that's just the Gecko thing.
Yeah, Gecko gave them those bathing suits
That's really funny. I
because
like that.
their mission was at a beach.
Yeah.
So they're
that-
like, "All right, here's your outfit for this attack."
But that
and
bathing
it's just a
suit is
bikini.
really cute though.
And then the
It is very cute.
It's
isn't it?
yeah, I like the little detail that like the tie is like almost like little bat wings.
Also,
That's
very
adorable.
fucking funny episode.
That
Yeah.
the,
The
beach,
beach
episode.
episode? Yeah.
There's one girl that's like, the angry one that also happens to have no chest.
Her name is Beast Princess.
Yeah.
Okay.
As anime does, usually they're the angry ones.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
And
got-
she
It's also the case for life.
yeah.
Is
So
it though?
she gets that
Yes.
bikini. There's another one that's like
Yes.
fucking massive boobs, and she
Steel
has like
Princess.
one of
Shut
those one of the bathing suits where it looks like leather and it's just stitching across here.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, like that. That girl had that, and then the one with the Beast Princess.
Like a one piece one.
No. It was like a bikini.
Oh,
so it was like
okay.
here, and then those stitching lines, and then a bikini thing. But she had like a dress thing on the bottom,
Right.
like one of those tie overs.
Like a sarong.
Yeah, and
Sure.
then Beast Princess
actually.
had like a middle schooler
Yeah,
like
she had a
Japanese
school.
swimsuit
It was a
kind of
school
thing because
like,
she has no.
swimsuit.
Wait,
So-
show me the bathing suit options here, because you just described it and it kind of sounds like a very funny
Also,
juxtaposition.
the whole thing is like there was an earlier episode where it's like Steel Princess is the one who has like the big tits, so that has the swimsuit with the like stitching across.
right.
She deadass was like talking about how she was falling in love with somebody,
and she was very plain
and
not
but like
interesting.
Steel Princess's like uniform, it's basically she looks like a bullet. It's just steel casing.
She looks like
all
she's sitting
around.
in an Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it looks like
What?
she's sitting in an Iron Maiden. Like you could only see her face, and then at the very end of the episode, she literally was like, "It's time." It's like I think I can confess, and she comes out of her outfit, and it's just tits, like huge tits. And then Beast Princess was just pissed.
Alright,
She
so
was
that's
like,
the
she
full
didn't
outfit.
know.
"No one had seen.
No, because no one had seen her.
no one had seen Steel
That's her
Princess."
full outfit.
Okay, that's her full one. That's cute. See, I like that. I think I would like that better if that was her fighting outfit than her.
That is
fighting outfit-
essentially her fighting
Her
outfit.
fighting outfit is just so busy. There's so much
Her
going on.
her fighting outfit is that, and
But
then a
with
cape.
more stuff.
Yeah. And then
It's that with a cape and a mask. It doesn't. Oh, and garters.
Yeah, she's got the garters on.
But I mean, I would like that to stay.
The garters?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they don't work there.
I don't.
As
care.
somebody
says you.
who's
Lingerie.
pro garters, it just doesn't make sense in that.
Does it make sense?
Does
Yeah.
it need to make sense?
This
Yes.
is a Power Rangers ripoff. That bitch is like the strongest person alive.
She is actually basically.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wait.
I'm trying to find it. It's
Oh,
taking
the,
Please show her a picture of
I-
Steel Princess.
I'll just look it up.
I literally couldn't find it, so I'm pulling up the episode and showing you the
Steel-
episode.
Princess.
Yeah, it is Steel Princess.
What's it called?
Love After World Domination. 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 Modern Warfare 2 vibes right there.
Modern Warfare. That's a
Yeah.
video game, yeah.
Modern Warfare 2. Yep, the best.
This is what she looks like.
Yeah, that is her outfit. That
She-
is her combat outfit.
She does look like a bullet.
She just looks like
She
a
does.
bullet.
And then here's the side by side.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Oh,
That
yeah.
next picture is her. Yeah.
And then she's got the big old bitties.
Yeah.
That's the Beast Princess.
I
and
do
that's,
like that she has the skull on the glasses. I think that's very funny.
Yeah. So their whole thing is just skulls.
There's
That's the shtick.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 more princesses that you haven't seen yet.
This is the one with the small chest.
Yeah. How could you tell?
How could I tell?
Yeah, that's Beast Princess.
I could just and then.
By the
who-
way, side note, they're all called Princess because they're Princess series. It's a title.
Yeah, they're not actually
Princess
princesses.
what?
It's
They're
like a
not
title.
actually Princess. Yeah, so
There's
Gecko, the villain
Right.
corporation, is a hierarchy.
Oh, okay.
So the boss, appropriately named Bosslar, and then underneath him are the leaders of the squadrons, and they're the monster series.
okay.
They're like the strongest ones, even though they're not. They're totally useless.
Yeah, they are
And
absolutely
then
useless.
the princess series, which are the strongest of the foot soldiers, and then
Gotcha.
the foot soldier-
But the
foot
princesses-
soldiers underneath that.
at least Decima is at least stronger than everyone.
Oh,
else.
yeah.
But all the princesses might just be better than all the beasts. We don't really know.
I would go
Do they
with
have
yes.
powers?
Well, Steel
yes
Princess-
and no.
We
Steel Princess.
Is it
her
her
suit
costume?
is mechanical.
okay. So
It has its own defense system.
okay. So then she's just superhuman for no real reason.
There is one Flame Princess.
Decimate.
yeah.
Okay.
Or Heat Prince. It's Heat Princess. She might.
Okay.
I don't even think we've seen.
And
I don't even think
and-
I've seen her fight.
And the parody Power Rangers don't have powers either.
I think their suit gives them
Like super
Oh,
strength,
super
gives them
strength.
more.
rigidity, probably like resistance
yeah
and stuff.
Right.
They literally said that in the episode.
Yeah,
we
they
just
did say
watched.
that.
It's like even with his super strength,
Well,
he
it's-
still got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Because
that
she-
square ass did him no
She's-
favors.
She brought out the
That
pure
square ass did him no favor.
Reaper Princess. Straight up brought out the threatening aura, and then he
Oh, yeah.
instinctively transformed. He went on primal defense. He was like, "Oh fuck."
She was like, "You're telling me I have
Look
to
how
break
cute
up
she
with
is in
my
that mask.
boyfriend?" I don't like the mask.
It's not
too
a good
big.
mask.
It's
The
just-
eyes are very large.
It's
I know,
really
but
weird.
It's cute.
It looks like
Like I wouldn't mind the mask if it was a little
um,
bit more form fitting, but because it's so
looks like the Reaper from Soul Eater. That's his
kind of,
face.
kind of, yeah.
Huh.
I feel like that's a
They
that's
do
a
shout
good-
out to Soul
I don't know
Oh,
what it is, but
TBT.
I'm a very big
Yeah, right.
very big fan of like animation when it does the like the very simple expression stuff where it's just like black circles as the eyes and a flat face kind of thing or whatever, or like the big white eyes with like the black outline. Like that stuff always makes me happy to see, especially like when it's done in like cute ways too. I don't know what
No,
it is, but that stuff always makes me
I
happy.
would
And this
like-
show has it everywhere.
I like things like that. I'm just saying the overall aesthetic is not for me.
Yeah, she's not vibing with the aesthetic.
I'll get a better sense of aesthetic.
You have no
You get a
right.
better sense of
You
aesthetic.
have no right.
Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Hey,
He likes
Shit
One Piece.
taste.
Shit taste. One Piece looks like shit, and no one can tell me otherwise.
I've never said it did look good.
I think
Looks
the last
bad
time I watched
always.
One Piece,
Bad that I can't watch it.
it was like still on Toonami. When Toonami was on
All
Saturday
about 4
nights.
kids.
I think
was 4 Kids on WB?
I don't know.
yes,
I didn't watch.
I
4
believe so.
Kids.
That's fine.
but I liked One Piece's style. I wouldn't say it was pretty, but I liked One Piece's style when it was like prior to the time skip,
Okay.
because
Yeah,
it was
that's gross.
simplified. Then they did the time skip, and then they like every woman is just like a fucking hourglass, and
That's
you're
better.
like, what is happening here?
That's better.
No, every woman. It's not even like hourglass. It's just tits and ass.
They ain't got a spine.
There's
Yeah.
no waist, and
It's
they're
anime.
all very long.
It's anime. Nobody has a spine.
No.
They're all jelly
They're
creatures.
in One Piece, they're so long. Their limbs are like,
My eyes just went back up to that bitch up there
yeah, like
who is
that.
breaking her spine.
Yes, just like that.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I like JoJo's.
The opposite end of the spectrum.
No.
Everyone
no.
is so fucking yoked.
No, yeah, dude, they're all yoked and they all do impossible poses.
Yeah, you gotta.
Dio's pose where it's just you go down all the way.
No, I feel like if you were that, even if you.
Yeah, but I've seen people do that in real life.
Yeah,
but are they that muscular?
They're not that muscular.
No, but they're usually just like because TikTok sometimes those videos will show up. One woman literally like touched the back of her head to
Yeah.
the ground and got back up without using her hands, and I was like,
I think it's more impressive when you have the muscle tone that Dio
Because I was
does.
gonna say, I feel
she
like
was toned,
the amount.
Tone, but not built.
right? But like,
'Cause
she
there-
was still
there is
she
a
was still
point
like,
where,
like,
I'd argue
do that-
you
she
get
was-
so big.
Do
where,
that
like,
as a
you'll lose your
bodybuilder because that's what
flexibility.
Dio is.
yeah.
Yeah, that,
Dio and
every-
or
every-
Polnareff's stupid pose where he's like pointing forward. But he's like the perspective looks like he's laying on the ground. But he's apparently still standing straight
Yeah,
up.
you
And you're
gotta.
like, how the fuck?
What? No, their muscles are so strong and they're so toned that even like the muscles you don't think about are also fucking yoked, so they can just activate them.
By the way, someone did the math in part 1 of JoJo's when they were falling down the Joestar Manor. Like Jonathan tackled Dio. They did the math.
Like down the staircase.
No, like falling
Oh,
down
yeah,
onto
yeah.
like the statue. Apparently, that bitch is taller than Mount Everest.
Oh, for how long it
Yeah, it's
lasted?
like the rate of gravity and like the amount of time that they spent falling. It was taller than Mount Everest. The amount of time that they were falling for, it was just what the fuck.
How old were they supposed to be in part 1?
Oh, like 18.
Yeah, they were supposed to be. Like, they were still in high school, weren't they?
I
Oh
think
no, because there's that time skip afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
I was gonna say. I
so,
thought
like,
they were,
It's
18 to 20?
early 20s.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they were like supposed to be like 16-year-olds, like Josuke. Like
yeah,
he's still in high school.
Nah, Jotaro is in high school.
Yes.
He's 17, 16.
Yeah,
in
That's
Jotaro
part
is,
three?
is 16. Yeah.
part 3. He's 180 centimeters, which is, by the way, just 6 foot.
Yeah.
But built like a goddamn boat.
Yeah,
My man's is
he's-
huge.
He's so ridiculous. Wait, is there like a side by side of like the different Joestars to see like how fucking huge everyone is?
Oh, dude, after part 3, it's not even.
Oh,
it
yeah, they
doesn't
get
matter.
small, right?
They all become noodles.
they turn into twinks.
yeah,
They
but it's
actually no, they're not really twinks. I feel like they're more twunks.
the only ones.
know what I mean?
The only ones that make sense to be that ripped though are Jonathan and Joseph.
Yeah,
Because they still had to like actually fight.
right.
They didn't have stands, or Jonathan
is-
never had a stand.
is that why they-
Jonathan became Star Platinum?
Is that why they turn into twunks? Because they don't need to fight anymore. They just have their stands.
Pretty much.
What?
It's a fan theory.
What does that
It's a
mean?
fan theory.
Okay.
Wait, can you show me a
Yeah,
side by side?
I'm pulling one up. I'm trying to find one that's like good.
Oh, okay.
Are
they all 6 feet tall?
About.
all like tall people
Well,
in anime are
to be
just like
fair,
6 foot.
Like them jeans.
Well, it's like the weird thing is because Jonathan is British.
Right.
So it's like 6 foot, although like the time period that is probably still fairly tall.
6 foot's still technically tall.
Yeah, I feel
Not
like
anymore.
It still is.
Average height in America is
5'10".
for
6
men.
foot. Currently it's 6
6
foot.
feet?
When did it go up? I thought it was 5'10".
I always
It's-
thought it
it's
was
6
5'10"
foot.
too.
I'm almost positive it's 6 foot.
Is
And
it-
also
are you
that's
6
only
feet?
2 inches. Yeah, it's only 2 inches taller.
But 2 inches.
Average height in
2
America
inches
is
makes
5'9".
a very big difference.
What?
Average height in America is 5'9".
When?
Wait,
Because that's
wait.
a lie.
No, but-
have you seen high schoolers?
No.
Anywhere? They're tall as shit. They're all taller than me. They're all like 6'3", 6'4".
What fucking high schoolers are you looking at?
I literally
The
went
average
to-
height, according to the fucking CDC, is 5'10", 5'9", 5'10".
What does the CDC know?
Well,
I feel like it would make more sense for it to be a variety. Like 5'9", 5'10" would make more sense, especially like here in the States, because you have so many like so many different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Where a lot of times you're not gonna
Like
be
in
that
Japan.
tall. Like in Japan, the
Average height of
diversity
men
is
in
through
Japan
the roof.
is like 5'5".
Yeah. Although it's really funny in K-pop, whenever they have like slightly taller idols, they're like, wow, they're a giant. Like there's one idol, she's 5'6", but the rest of her like group are under 5'2". So in photos she looks like she's really tall.
I love when anime does that. Like all JoJo's, like they're all like 6 foot, about, I think.
Right.
But then like the way they're like put up again in perspective with other characters, they're like giants. But really, it's like I could just see eye to eye with them. It's like whatever. It's very stupid, and I love it.
But I feel like
But they're huge, and it
Especially-
wouldn't matter.
if it's the like brick house Joestars,
Brick
Yeah,
I feel like
house.
they have
They would-
tall bitch energy.
they would feel like they're much taller
Yeah. Oh,
regardless.
yeah.
Even if they're the same height, you're like, wow, you are fucking huge, bro.
This is surprisingly annoying to find because it's
The-
all
the
it's
side by side?
because they're changing the art styles. Like so that they all look in
Yeah.
like a similar art
Oh,
style.
I
I'm
understand.
trying to find one that's like of their original styles.
Oh,
That's where I'm coming with difficulty.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. And then they
Or they're like these small ass shots that don't really give you much of a perspective.
that there you can't really tell what's going
There's
on.
a lot of those.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, fuck, dude. Or they're like really bad renditions.
Give me their stats.
I mean, I can pull up JoJo stats, but like here, that's just that you could tell the difference between those first three and then Josuke.
Right.
Like then all of them look like Josuke from there on.
Like smaller.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They go from ripped fucking like can't put their arms down gym bros to like
They can't put their arms down.
Oh yeah, no, they're like their muscles are huge.
yeah, they go from can't put their arms down gym bros to
I mean, that's what I would consider bodybuilder.
hi.
level.
I'd say hi to your mom.
They're
Yeah.
hipsters. They turn into hipsters.
Yeah.
Hipsters.
They turn into I
Look
would
at-
sit down and talk with your parents.
I
Okay,
see.
not part 4. Part 4 because they're all children. They're all in fucking school, so all they wear are their like outfits. But like part 5,
They
it's
all
like
still kinda
those
look the
are
same.
all hipsters. Those are all hipsters.
Hold on.
Because even Josuke gets
Gay
slimmed down.
hipsters.
Gay hipsters.
What?
Even part 5 Jotaro gets trimmed down.
Part 6, Jotaro gets. Oh well, yeah. No, actually, you're right. Part 5.
Like
yeah.
that's Jotaro after.
Yeah, he gets
after
slimmed
part
down.
3.
After part
3,
3.
4, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Yeah.
His muscles got depleted.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's also a father. He's also in his 40s.
He's not a father. He is, but
Yeah.
he isn't.
He is, but he cares more about dolphins.
Yeah, he's a marine
He's
biologist.
a marine biologist.
going for his PhD.
Oh wait, is this accurate?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, couldn't find that.
All I did was type
it's
in
a
JoJo's
little
Bizarre
weirder
Adventure.
because
Oh.
they're all running.
Right.
Why is Jotaro so tall?
I was gonna say
It-
Jotaro is fucking
literally,
huge.
It's literally just because everyone else their
He's like
spine
bent over.
is bent over. Except for Giorno, really, if you straighten him up, he's probably about the same height as fucking Jolene.
Do you see?
Yeah, dude. Part 3, they're all yoked.
I feel like it,
Part 3 was the
Absolute
epitome of that like
I
style.
feel like part
Yeah.
3 they were
Pure Chads
even-
constantly.
like part 1, part 2, like they're fucking huge, but you're like, all right, I could see it, and
Yeah.
then part 3 they're like, ugh. It's like that SpongeBob
They're
thing of like,
gym bros.
does your muscles have muscles?
Yeah, so part 1, 2, and 3 art style wise were based on Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Right.
Like hugely inspired by.
Way better than Fist of the North Star.
Oh my god, I'm still going through that show, and boy, it's so bad.
It's not good.
But yeah, so it was like that, and then he decided no, and so he just he changed it.
I also love the whole reason that Green Day exists in part 5, like the stand.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally because it was originally supposed to be what is his name? Fugo? The one guy that leaves from the gang. Green shirt. He has purple haze.
I don't know his name.
I think it is Fugo.
Sure.
Let's go with that. He originally was supposed to betray them, but he was really depressed, and he was like, I don't want my characters to have to deal with betrayal. So he had to come up with a completely new person. so he came up with Chocolata and Green Day.
Does,
Don't-
is that a-
Chocolata? Yeah.
oh, to replace a
To
betrayer?
replace Fugo.
Okay.
That's why Fugo just leaves at a random point, and then he never comes back.
Yeah, I was so confused about that. That man's just like, all right, cool, bye. And I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, although to be fair, my man's has the best survival instinct.
he does just
'Cause-
fuck off.
Because there's only 2 people that survive that. Spoiler. There's
I-
only 2 people that survive.
Panna cotta Fugo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I still
typed
stand by
in-
Trish being hot though. Trish is the best.
I just typed in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures
Jolene.
poses, and
that-
I am
Or Foo Fighters.
I am not disappointed in the slightest.
By what?
The poses, everyone
yeah, they're
looks
great.
so fucking ridiculous.
It's great.
Yeah, just Trish is best. She's great.
The hair kills it for me.
You don't like the pink hair with the
No.
like?
It's
Whatever
like
you
a
call
it's like a
this.
weird ass pompadour.
It is.
It is, but she's hot. So, it's fine.
Jolene, best girl.
Jolene.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like on like a shitty 3D model.
I want to know where this what's with all the posing? Why did he come up? Why did he go with that?
Maybe he just wanted some like fun, dynamic things to draw, and he was like, "Yeah, let's just go for it."
I love the JoJo community because for the most part they don't seem all that toxic. But also because if something doesn't make sense, they literally will just say it's because Araki forgot.
Yeah.
They're like how does this how did that happen? And it's like Araki forgot. So he's like he forgot that it happened and he just moved on.
Basically, the reason why there's a bunch of poses is
He's really into bodybuilding.
JoJo's about everything being extravagant, so nothing was mundane. So he just makes everything over the top.
Extravagant.
Yeah.
Posing.
Extravagant poses.
2, wrestling.
Wrestling.
That's like a thing.
Yeah,
in
wrestling's
wrestling?
huge in Japan.
Oh, I mean, but posing?
Not like professional wrestling stuff, like WWE.
He's a model.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. And
But even still, posing, I always associate posing more with the bodybuilding competitions.
just going
No,
off.
I mean, I get it. I understand you're going off of the resources that you're reading. I'm saying it doesn't fully
and
make
also
sense.
ostentatious musicians of the 70s.
Oh, well, yeah, we all knew
yeah.
that.
I also feel like
Of the
That's the
70s.
three.
I feel
of
like
the 70s,
I feel
there's
like-
a stand called Foo Fighters.
bodybuilding also makes sense.
Yeah.
Like especially when
I
they're
don't see
bigger.
no bodybuilders doing the fucking Dio
Well,
pose.
I feel like if they did, they
guaranteed
would
they
win
do
their
now.
competition.
The popularity of JoJo's and the amount of people that started actually bodybuilding because of JoJo's,
Jesus.
there's a lot.
Just like
Guarantee people
Get-
absolutely
getting
do
huge.
JoJo poses.
actually there was a girl I saw on I think Instagram or something. I don't know if it was a JoJo's. Oh no, who's like the big bitch from Overwatch? She's got the pink hair that's short, and she's like fucking huge.
Oh, Zarya.
oh, yeah, the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
She's a bodybuilder.
Zarya.
There was somebody on Instagram who does like weightlifting and bodybuilding competitions, and she like went to one, like cosplayed as her,
Yeah.
and I was like, yes, please.
I think I don't remember if I mentioned this in the podcast before or not, but there was on TikTok there was this dude who's like a bodybuilder or a weightlifter or whatever, and he's like I'm ashamed to call myself a fucking a lifter, man. Like all these fucking dorks.
Oh my god.
And he was
yeah,
like, he said,
I
it was
saw
like all
that
these
video.
fucking, he said dorks. All these
Yeah.
fucking dorks and their anime and their fucking comics. It's like, everyone should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
They're ruining the integrity of bodybuilding. And then it was amazing because the amount of stitches this guy got with people like 5 times the size of him. And
Oh yeah.
being like,
People
hey,
were dead ass like,
shut the fuck
like,
up.
hey, dude, I literally just lifted your personal record as my warm up.
Wait,
So why
I don't
don't you
understand.
shut the
What was
fuck
this
up?
man so upset about?
He was just hating on nerds.
Yeah, he was like, how dare there be nerds in lifting
Yeah.
culture? They fucking ruined
Oh,
it.
how dare
and
you
so-
want to
yeah.
pursue this lifestyle?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it was. These
You can't
people,
like 2 things at once.
These people that are just like way bigger
a law.
than him, and just being like, dude, I went on your page and saw your PR. I do that as my fucking warm up.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
He got shit on
Get
hard.
shredded.
It was incredible. All the nerds were like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, go away.
I
By the
remember
way-
when I was like 14 or 13, I went to an anime convention and there was this guy cosplaying as Ash, but he was like fucking shredded. Not big.
Ketchum?
Yeah, Ash
Okay,
Ketchum.
okay.
But he wasn't particularly big. He was just extremely lean and like super cut. And so he was wearing like the Ash Ketchum vest.
But nothing
and,
else.
And a crop top.
No, nothing else underneath. And instead of like his regular jeans, it was like jean shorts.
Yeah.
And he
Alright.
had the hat. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I respect it. You
Yeah.
know? Like, especially because if that's what gets you like motivated to go fucking work out or whatever, like, good for you.
Yeah.
You know, I respect it a lot because I think about it all the time where I'm like, man, if only I could get in shape like all these people that I love and watching and whatnot. But also, I have no motivation to do it. I go running. At least I do that.
I
used to do that.
also would not want to be like jacked.
I want if I could like
Never
just
wanna do
choose like if I could choose where I could like get to, right? Obviously you can.
Yeah,
I
you
understand.
sure
but like
can.
but like I would never go shredded. I would just go like tone.
Yeah, same.
This dude's thinking the gym is a lottery.
Well, technically
You go up enough times, you get to spin the wheel, and we'll see where you
I mean
end.
technically it's also up to like genetics.
I mean,
Like you
but,
can, it's, for
but-
some people you can't really get a certain tone or definition because of your genetics.
And you can only get sometimes so
Eh.
big, but for the most part, you can get to where you want to be, or at least like pretty close.
Yeah, but like, cause I like the I don't follow any of them, but like I end up a lot on that side of TikTok a lot, where like with bodybuilders or people that are just like fucking yoked, but like not like bodybuilder yoked, you know?
Right,
But,
just
like they
kinda-
flex and like they
right.
have veins and shit, but like
Right.
they look
but
relatively
they're,
normal.
they're not
Yeah.
like huge.
Yeah, and like a lot of times they're like, you know, even though they're doing poses and shit at the end of the video or the beginning of the video, they'll be like, by the way, like, this is all partially genetics. Like, this is like, don't think that like, you know, just because you're doing this, like, you should strive to, you know, like, that's not how that works.
So you're telling me I'm not gonna look like Goku?
No,
God damn it!
you can look like,
Thank God his hair is just stupid. Stupid as shit.
Is there any like scenes of Goku like post shower? Like, is his hair flat then, or it's still like
No, it's still spiky, just wet.
spike?
I'm pretty sure it's always spiky.
It's always spiky.
I'm pretty sure it's
Always
always
spiky.
spiky.
That's such a stupid choice, but I really love it. Always spiky.
It's always spiky. Why is Kirito up there?
Because it's a fucking thing I had.
Wow.
Can I?
You
burn
heard it here first. Mike likes Sword Art Online. Yikes!
Sword Art Online is just,
Abridged though.
I've watched all of Sword Art Online
Banger.
that exists.
Really?
Not because I like it,
He
but just
has
because
seen
at
all
this
of it.
point, I just why not? To be fair, I did think the newest season got better.
What's the newest one?
Alicization.
yeah, it's.
Wasn't that like a while ago?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's either.
That's the newest one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's harder to get lower than.
Well,
like,
you know how
center
how
of
it
the
got
earth
better?
Shit.
They got better because Kirito was just a normal person and not broken like every fucking male power fantasy. And then it got even better because the second half of Alicization, he was just fucking like in a coma for the entirety of it. And I was like, all right, we're good, we're going. We're like,
So
we
your
don't even
only-
got him in the
So your
show.
only gripe about Sword Art is Kirito.
Yeah, because
Wasn't
he's not
there.
fucking interesting.
I would
they've
say
used-
the rest of the show is.
they've used Kirito really well in his broken bullshit once, and it was there was a part of like because the seasons aren't. They're like broken into parts or something. I don't remember. They're weird. But
what, like separated into like
like
two?
there's like
It is.
because like season
one is technically Sword Art and the first part
Alfheim.
of Alfheim.
and then
right.
season
Season
2 is
two
Gun-Gale and then back in Alfheim.
I thought, yeah, you're
And
right.
it's
Season
kinda
2
weird.
is Gun-Gale and then Alfheim again.
Yeah. But so there's a point.
No, but
There's
all
a point,
of the characters.
There's a
are
point
incredibly
where
boring.
where it's like based. It's following Asuna and like this girl who is like beat Kirito in a battle. She knew like this technique or whatever. And so
isn't that
Asuna's
his
like
sister?
no
No,
Oh, when is his sister in the story?
in the second
in the
part
second
of the first
half of the first season.
season. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was in it
She's in
more.
Alfheim the first
Yeah,
time.
she's the elf with the big tits.
But like so
Right.
there's
In the bridge. I hope you're not my brother. Fuck!
yeah.
So there's this girl that is has like this technique or whatever, and everyone's saying she's really good, and she's like a terminally ill patient, and she's
Uh-huh.
gonna be like dying or whatever. But so like her group of like terminally ill patients and Asuna go on this like little adventure to get something, and
IRL or in,
no, like
in the game? Okay.
Like they use the game to get out of
IRL.
like the monotony of like all their tests and stuff and whatnot. It's actually really interesting. I
Wait,
like
they
it.
have tests in the game? What are they
No,
in
no,
fucking
like
school?
I just said they use the game to get out of the tests in the hospital
Oh, okay.
to like get an escape from their world where they're terminally ill and dying.
Gotcha.
And so they go on this like little thing, and at one point, like a bunch of player characters find out about what they're going after, and it's like this important like quest item or whatever. So they're trying to stop them. And this is the only time Kirito's ever been used well once, and it was he like runs in and like jumps in front of the huge crowd, and you only see him for like maybe 5 minutes total the entire part of the season. And for that, he jumps in front of the crowd, takes out both his swords, and is like, "Don't worry, I got this. Go!" And then they just leave, and they don't focus on him again. And you're like, "See, that's a good way to use a stupidly overpowered character. Have him show up for 5 seconds, be like, I got it,' and then walk away."
That still sounds stupid.
It is, but it's at least
the whole- it's the whole
It's
show.
at least a good way to use him.
Yeah, it makes him seem like less. What's the word?
Well, he still seems like he's broken, but it doesn't matter because you're not focusing on it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like that's what makes it work more than usual because they're not focusing on that.
Because he's not the main.
Yeah, it's still about the people because once they leave, you just stay on them.
Right.
To argue for him just always being broken, he seems like the kind of gamer that would do that.
Well, yeah, 'cause
He was a goddamn beta tester.
fucking beta tester.
Yeah, he's a fucking
goddamn
loser.
beater.
This is a fucking loser. This dude. It's an MMO. He's like, fuck it.
But like Sword Art Online's first half of the season, I would say was at least interesting until it wasn't, which is like the last 2 episodes. Last 2
I
episodes.
don't know.
Whatever.
No.
I think I watched the first season. This was a long time ago now, so I don't have like a super clear memory. But I remember it took me a very long time to get through it because I watched like the first 8 episodes and I was like, yeah, it's all right. Like it's not really like for me. And then I just like every once in a while I would come back to it. And by the time I got to the end, I was like, this sure was a show that I watched.
I feel like Sword Art
This
Online
was
for me
animated.
is
this
like,
was anime.
is like a.
Anime was a mistake. Bless
Bless you.
you.
I feel like Sword Art Online for me is like a guilty pleasure in that I know it's awful and I make fun of it a lot. But it's just something. It's a train wreck I can't turn away from.
Oh no, I can't knock you for having guilty pleasures. Like
Because like it's just every season. It's like, all right, how are they gonna try to not be?
one
bad?
of my
And they
ultimate
still
guilty
are.
pleasure franchises is 50 Shades of Grey. It's terrible and I love it.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Like.
Sucker Punch.
Oh,
Sucker
also.
Punch.
by the way, in Alicization, right? It's so fucking convoluted. But the ending of that, when they get out of whatever they're in, not gonna go into it. They're basically in this thing in a very short version that are trying to create AI. That's all you need to know.
Right.
So there's a girl in there, obviously, because Kirito needs another member of his harem.
Right.
True, correct.
And so at the end of it,
Wait, isn't the other kid that he's with like AI too?
their daughter,
Yeah.
Yui.
Yui.
No, not Yui. The like blonde kid that looks like exactly like Kirito but blonde.
Oh, well, everyone in there is like a artificial intelligence. But,
okay.
but they are making one that's like actually like all
Oh.
of that experience leads to building one.
I understand. Okay.
So yeah, so they have this thing, and like once they get to the ending and they're like shutting down the thing so villains can't get it or whatever, it doesn't really matter. They get the girl Alice, and then they're like, cool. So how do we make it so that she can be in the harem to possibly bang him? Give her a robot body. So they just give her a robot body that looks exactly like the body she had in the game.
Yeah, you gotta.
And she's just
Wait, IRL, they give her a robot body?
Yeah, in real life.
And she looks like a person.
Yeah.
Did they
person.
give her a pussy?
And I think they make a joke about giving her. I think they
it's
make
like
a joke
Chobits,
about
They
it.
gave her a functional pussy.
But the
Yeah,
off switch is probably not in
Hell
there.
yeah!
The off switch probably isn't in the vagina.
She's the only one with that, though.
Yeah. So yeah. So now there's also
The on
a
switch should always be in the vagina.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And on that note,
You don't want easy access,
on that note.
because then anyone can press it.
Well,
Yeah, but then they're gonna keep turning on and off every time you're trying to bang them.
Eh. No, the off switch is outside.
But then anyone can get easy access.
Sure. Turn it off.
But then imagine you're like in the grocery store. She bumps into something, or your robot bumps into something, turns off, and then you gotta be like, "All right, 1 second, let me finger you to turn you back on." In the grocery store.
Hell yeah.
Just reach under there.
This sounds like a victory either which way.
Yeah, you're going into the vagina like this.
Head first.
I don't know if vaginas you've been around.
The only Gundam I would watch.
On that note, we're going to end this week's episode of Vaguely Anime. You have 1 week to watch the Anime Club of Only Yesterday and let us know what you think. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Spotify or whatever, don't forget to leave a review, follow, like. Don't forget to check out Anthony at Super Milkshake on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch. And we will see you guys next week for our Anime Club.
Woo! Bye
Bye.
bye.